interactive today. I want you all to be interacting with me. First of all, put into the chat where you're from and how long you've been involved in network marketing. Where are you from and how long have you been involved in network marketing? Reno for 1 year, Georgia 3 months, Hungary 7 months. It's going really fast. That's all right. That's all right. Let it go. Let me know where you're from and how long you've been involved in network marketing. Okay. Love that. Love that. Love that. Love that. 25 years. Some exciting ones. You know what inspires me is when somebody's been around a long time is still learning. I think we all have to continue to adapt and learn and grow and expand our careers, expand our thinking, expand our skill sets. I mean, this week alone should tell you that the skill sets in network marketing are changing. There's a lot more technology involved today than there's ever been if you really want to scale things. So look at all these different people. That should inspire you. Some of you that are involved early on, that should inspire you to be able to kind of look at where you are versus where some of these other people are. And also, isn't it interesting to see, I don't know how many countries we have connected inside of this challenge, but it's got to be 100 countries. I mean, I mean, on one page here, I'm just seeing 15 countries. It's crazy. All right, next question. Next question. What is the biggest takeaway that you've received so far in this challenge? What is the biggest aha, the biggest shift that you've experienced, or the skill? All businesses conversation, change your mindset, tell your story, be thankful, be a farmer, be a consultant. Social media is a must. Reaching out more on social media, just go for it. Do as we learn. Build your personal brand. Yes. Hot market. Knowing what to post. Too many takeaways. Post one, whatever comes to your mind. Social media, mindset. You can do this, Carolyn. Yes, you can. Tell your story. TikTok. Angel lessons and mindset to be something. Jesse Lee, consistency, planting seeds rather than hunting. Conversations, changing mindset. A lot of social. And I'm glad you're hearing about social. You know, the conversation piece is huge. And what did we do this week? We just gave you excuses. Just excuses. All these challenges were, you know what they were? They were just an excuse to get you to do something that'll be in the best interest of your business. These posts, these conversations that you've started, these groups that you've interacted with, they're all just something you could do, but we just gave you some structure in order to be able to do that. Don't wait to be perfect. That's so great, Betty. Get out of your comfort zone. 7-day social media plan, accepting objections, embracing them. Love it, love it. Social media is a must. Fabulous. Now, I want to ask a third question before we start bringing in some guests. The third question. I'd like you to post in the chat how many customers you've added since we started this challenge 7 days ago. How many customers have you added? Take a look. Some are zero, they've just planted seeds, but take a look at all the rest. Look at all these customers. I will tell you, if you're a zero, if you stay in the process of what we're talking about, you'll turn that into more than a zero for sure. Take a look. Cool, huh? Some big numbers too. All right. Second question. How many distributors have you signed up? How many reps have you signed up since this started? Okay. Still working on it. Everything else, I'm going to help you with some objections today. I want to give you an early challenge. You know what the early challenge is? What was our goal this week when we started? What was our goal? Help everybody recruit one. Okay. So I will tell you the one recruit is really just a decision. It's just making a decision that you're going to do it. So my first challenge to you today is that you decide that you're not going to go to sleep until you sign up one today. Put a number 77 into the comments if you agree with that, if you accept that challenge. Don't go to sleep until you got at least one. Use all the tools that we laid out. Use all the strategies that we've laid out. Engage in more conversations and just get mad. Just decide, I'm doing this. I have the gift. The people who decide to join me are going to be better off because of this. They're going to have something incredible. Make the decision, okay? No going to sleep until you get at least one. All right? I can't tell you how many times I've done that myself. I gave that challenge to myself. I am getting one today. I am helping somebody today. I am going to finish today. I'm going to close it today. I'm going to help them overcome whatever obstacles they have in their mind today. I'm doing it, okay? So if you're prepared to do that, put 77 into the comments, and let's make it happen. All right? Okay. So do we have Angel? We have Angel? Let's bring Angel in. Hey, sweet friend.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So as we start this, I mean, we've heard from you a couple times during this week, once backstage and then once giving your session. What advice do you have? You know, there's a lot of people that have had big success in recruits. I mean, tangible results in recruits and customers. And then there's other people who are engaged in the process, but haven't figured out a way to close it yet. Okay. So what advice do you have for them to be able to just bear down and finish today?
So, Eric, that's a really good question. Good morning, afternoon, everybody. Hi. I'm super honored to be invited back. I've been watching all of the posts in the group. And you know, the one thing that I'm seeing, Eric, is everybody's overcomplicating this. They got to get out of their head and get into their action. You guys, listen. What is the transition? I don't know what a transition is. I only know how to have a conversation. Stop trying to overanalyze and overthink and overcomplicate every single thing, and just go out and talk to people. Stop thinking about it that you're on social media. I don't go, oh, I'm on Facebook. What would I say? I'm on Instagram. What would I say? I treat people like they just knocked on my door. What would you say? If you walked outside, okay, somebody likes something, okay? Well, if you walked out your door and there was somebody standing out there admiring your flowers, what would you say to them? Hey, how are you? What can I do for you? Somebody that likes my story, somebody that likes a post, I say, hey, how are you? Are you just a raving fan, or do you want to come a little closer? You guys, it's not complicated. It's just talking about something you love. And when you overthink it and you, oh my gosh, and you have to detail it and analyze every single thing, then you get lost and it gets scary. And I will tell you, those of you that haven't recruited someone, it's not because some leaders will say, oh, I have this lazy team. I don't believe that. I believe you paralyzed yourself because you get in your head and you overthink. So my number one piece of advice is go mess up. Go mess up. That's how you're going to figure it out. I didn't have a instruction book. I didn't know anything when I started this. Somebody say, what is it? I'm like, heck, I don't know. I have a link that can explain a whole lot more. I just take this stuff. And that's what I want you guys to do. Stop. Just go get into action, because even bad action will give you some results. Because listen, a blind squirrel happens up on an acorn, right? And that's what you guys can do. But you're not going to do it if you're in that group questioning. Give me an explanation. Tell me this, show me this, show me this. Just go do it. Go make mistakes, because that's how we learn, Eric.
Sorry, my mic was muted.
That's okay.
The was there ever a time when you struggled with recruiting? When you struggled with reaching out to people? When you struggled, or was it is it somewhat natural for you?
It wasn't natural for me. I just was the girl that didn't know I couldn't. So I did what everybody else said, right? I saw this dude one time, Caesar, and he said, he had on a camera thing on his hat, and he was out in the public walking up to perfect strangers. And I went, what? So I just did it. I started talking to perfect strangers. And then I heard about, somebody that did this and somebody did that. And I just started trying it. Here, I struggled when I tried to do it everybody else's way. That's when I struggled. When I started going, well, so-and-so said this. So I started changing how I communicated to mimic how somebody else said it. And I would memorize, Jessie Lee, oh my gosh, I have memorized her words 1,000 times. But guess what? At the end of the day, imagine my face, Jessie Lee. It ain't happening. And people see through that. And so when all these people are in the group page and they're saying, well, how do you do this? And what do you say for that? And what about this? And what about this? And what about this? What about things to death? Don't just go do it. Screw up.
Now, yeah, screw up. And here's the thing. Here's what I'm going to do. Guys, if we can create some sort of slide that says 15-minute assignment, and if we could we'll tell people when we're going to come back or whatever when we start that assignment. Angel, here's what I want to do, and I'm just following my instinct here. Okay. I want you to give people right now a 15-minute assignment. We're going to pause the presentation while they actually go do it.
Ooh, you got it.
And then we'll come back. We'll come back after the 15 minutes and we'll recap what did they learn during this process. And some people are like, this is, wait a minute, I'm just here to take notes. What kind of assignment would you give people that would help them move things forward that they could accomplish in 15 minutes?
So this week you've been given several assignments. Go to those assignments that you've completed, either the Jessie Lee with holding the picture. And I want you to go find 10 people on there and send them a message. I want you to approach them. People aren't going to come to you guys. You need to approach them. Go message them and say, oh my gosh, I saw that you were from so-and-so. How's the weather there? Open the conversation. Do it with 10 people and open the conversation. And here's the goal. See if you can manage to continue that conversation for 15 minutes, going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And let me tell you guys.
So just with those 10 people, just keep going, talk to them, respond back, keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. So this is keeping the conversation going, a 15-minute exercise in order to be able to do that. They're getting the slide together. Are we able to do that quickly or no? Yeah. All right. So if you're wondering what to say, so what do you respond to people when people say, well, what do I say?
Oh my goodness.
Before we start this.
So on Jessie Lee's post, she says, come like it and tell me where you're from, right? So I would start out and say, oh my gosh, I've never been to Jamaica. What's the weather like over there?
Or I've been there. Or I've been there, it's still this still happening, or just talk about something, right? Yep. And you're also going to thank them, for their support. Let's say you're picking the Jessie Lees, or you're picking the So I Did a Thing challenge that Zaleki's threw out. Any of those different types of things in order to be able to do that, okay? So keep the conversation going. Keep it natural. When do you introduce the business stuff in this conversation, Angel?
So let's say it's Vegas. There's somebody on my post from Vegas. I would literally say, oh my gosh, what's the weather there? I'm headed there in a couple of weeks. Have a conversation about that. And then I would say, listen, so I'm going to be speaking and I'm going to need somebody to do my hair. Would you have somebody that you could recommend for me that I can maybe get an appointment with? So now I'm going to get 2 recruits, you guys. I'm going to get 2 recruits because immediately they're going to say, oh my gosh, well, what are you coming to Vegas for? What kind of a stage are you speaking on? You guys, 100% of the time I say, I'm expanding my business there. Oh, by the way, listen, you've been so nice and so helpful. And people that are very nice on social media and so super helpful tend to be really good at what I do. Do you have a plan B in place? Because if you don't have a plan B, I would love to show you mine. Just take a few minutes. Listen, no big deal if you're not. I'd love to have that referral for a hairdresser. That's I transitioned just right into it, you guys. Then you know what I do, Eric? I contact the dang hairdresser and I say, hey, listen. So Marina Worre gave me your name because I'm coming to your area expanding my business, but I have this really important thing that I'm doing there. And I would love to see about getting an appointment with you to get my hair done on such and such time at such and such date. But while I've got you, let me just tell you, hairdressers do really well in my business. Not sure if you have a plan B in place, especially with all the craziness that we've just come through. If you don't, girl, I have one that actually grew during all this pandemic. I'd love to show you mine. If not, no big deal. I still want to get an appointment.
Love it, love it, love it. So here's the challenge. The challenge is we're going to take 15 minutes. It's 20 minutes after the hour. We're going to go to 35 minutes after the hour. And you're going to go to anyone that you've started any conversation with or had any interaction with over the course of the last 6 days. And you're going to continue that conversation. That's all you're going to do. Don't worry about recruiting. Don't worry about anything. You're just going to continue the conversation. You're just going to stay in communication with them and see how much you can do that with 10 people. So it's 10 people. Continue the conversation. You got 15 minutes. We start right now. We start almost now. Well, we can start. We're going to start right now. We'll put up the slide in just a second. All we want you to do is pick 10 people that have interacted with you in any way in the last 7 days and continue their conversation for the next 15 minutes. That's all we want you to do. Okay. So start this right now. Go hard. Continue the conversation. We'll put up a slide as soon as they have it. We're not worried about that. So continue that conversation. Okay. So put this aside, put it on mute or whatever. Come back at 35 minutes past the hour and start connecting. Now, not in the post. I wouldn't do it in the post. Do it in Messenger. Do it in text message. Do it in whatever messaging platform you've got. You know, if you might want to just text somebody and say, "Hey, you have a minute to talk," and you can chat with them on the phone. Anything. All we want you to do is have communication with people capable of being helped by your business over the course of the next 15 minutes. Okay? That's all we want you to do. Okay? You got it? If you understand the challenge, put a number 5 into the comments. You understand the challenge? You ready to go? You ready to do this? This is part of making this thing happen before you go to sleep tonight.
That's right.
All right? So go do the challenge. We'll be back in 15 minutes. And for those of you who are asking, oh, it's late at night, wherever I am, it's after 9 p.m. in South Africa. You can still send a message. You can still send it on social. You can still do your part of the conversation. So even if it's after 1 a.m. in the morning in India, or it's after 9 p.m. in South Africa, still send the message. They might not respond, but plant the seeds for when they do wake up to be able to, continue to communicate. Who knows? Somebody might be not able to sleep and praying for an opportunity, and then you show up. Okay, so whatever it is, 7:25 in the UK, no big deal. Just send a message. Okay, send a message. Send a message. Send a message. Send a message. And also, one little tip, you'll be able to see if you look on Facebook, it'll show you which of your friends are actually active on the platform, no matter what time of day it is. You'll see if they're active. So you can send the message to them and see if they're up. You don't want to do like a booty call, hey, you up? That type of thing. But send them a message anyway. All right. So we had this process where we were in conversations. I've been watching people in the chat. If you've had any positive results from this conversation, put that into the comments. John has done 8. Petra contacted 34, having a conversation with 11 of them. 2 responses. Yes, yes, yes. 2, 3, yes, 3. Have 2 appointments. 1 reply. Had 1 response. 5 done. Carrying on with 2. Made 2 sales. Done 10 contacts. Contacted 18 and talking to 3. Conversations with 3. See, look, all business is conversation. If we get into action, some of you have been sitting back. The reason why you don't have results yet over the course of this 7 days is you've been sitting back, you've been taking notes, and then when the challenge broadcast is over, you're not doing the action. So today is all about action. Today, we got to just do what we have to do so you don't go to bed until you get at least one person to improve their life by joining your business. That's what we're going to do. So let's bring Angel back. Angel, I don't know if you can see in the chat. Can you see in the chat? Oh, you can't. And who's this puppy?
Oh, this is my girl. This is Lucy.
Hi, Lucy. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So people are talking about lots of results, lots of responses, 2 appointments. I got a person willing to join now. Responded to 10 comments on my Facebook post. I want to give you one tip on your personal Facebook page. And this is going to sound weird, okay? The more people you have as close friends on your personal Facebook page that are part of your business, that are members of your company in your upline or downline or crossline, the more your prospects will not see your posts. Because Facebook will only show you, they say, oh, they're kind of like these people. So they'll show you your other people's in your company. You'll see their posts all the time.
Right.
You'll see your uplines posts. You'll see your downlines posts. You'll see other people's posts. So this will sound strange, but if you want to really use Facebook as an example as a platform to help you grow your business, is to tell the people in your business, look, let's go over into a little team page or a company page and let's interact there. We're still friends, but because of the algorithm, I'm going to unfriend you inside of this page, and I'm going to have my personal page be just for prospects, people who haven't joined my business yet. And friend up. You know, you got 5,000 people you can get to. Friend up 5,000 people. Find 5,000 people to be able to fill that thing up with prospects. Now you have to tell your team that you're going to do that. Right. You know, you got to tell them, otherwise they're going to feel, unfriended. But I will just tell you, if most of the comments you got from some of the posts have been other people inside your company, that's what's happening to you. Okay. Is the algorithm's just showing that to those people and not showing it to your prospects. So Angel, I don't know, is Ryan around?
No, he's at his house. We don't live together. People make that kind of mistake. I'm looking.
No, I just wondered if he's around on a Sunday.
No, he had eye surgery Wednesday.
Oh, that's right. That's right. What do you think? How many people has he recruited? He's not as prolific as you, but what's his recruiting numbers?
Probably he's over 1,000 in 70.
Yeah, oh, poor thing. Oh, over 1,000. So, so what do you think his secret is to building a big organization?
He's coachable.
You've watched him. Yeah.
He's coachable and he does what I tell him to do. And he doesn't question me. In all of this process, I've always told Ryan, you can ask me anything, but don't question me. Just do it. Go into action.
Just do it.
Just
That would
do
be
it.
that would be a good mantra to have until you are at the level that you want to be. And until you're at six figures or above,
Yep.
you know, the three things that you need to be successful in network marketing. Number one, you need to be willing. I can't force you to be successful. Number two, you need to be coachable. You need to just follow instructions. Just be a good soldier for a minute. And number three, you need to be hungry.
Yeah.
You need to be all three of those things. And what Angel will tell you is if somebody on her team has those three things, she'll work with them forever. If they don't, then guess what? They get to plug into the group time. So we got Jessie Lee, who's racing to her studio, going to be here in a few minutes, and we're going to talk about some ideas with her, and then we're going to hear from Fraser Brooks in just a bit as well. But talk to me more about groups. Okay. And let's think about an assignment we can give everybody for specifically on groups of what they can do right now today, specifically on groups.
There's a couple of things that you can do right now, specifically today. You can go create posts, go introduce yourself. And this is what I'll tell you.
But before you go farther, let's do this. I want everybody to post 3 of your passions in the comments. Give me a passion of yours. Any passion you've got. Post 3 of them. Okay? 3 different passions. Fitness, what else? Gardening, singing, music, swimming,
sports, TV shows, a favorite book.
Yep. 3 passions.
Animal.
Yeah.
Vacation.
And yep. And let me do it this way. I would like everybody here inside of this challenge to go find 5 groups in each of your 3 passions. 5 groups in each of your 3 passions. You understand? Yeah. So if it's horses, if it's photography, you want to find open groups, right? 5 open groups, theater, fitness, animals. Find 5, baking, cruising, dancing, travel, singing, fitness, inspiration. Find 5 from each of your 3 passions that are open groups. You understand? So part 1 of this, write it down, 3 passions. Part 2, find 5 open groups in each of those passions, and then give them what they can do in a number 3.
The number 3 is go introduce yourself in that group. So here's an example. I took a picture with my Jeep last week, and I went.
Yeah, open means public. Open means public.
Right. Yes.
And let's create a slide that says 1205. Okay, go ahead.
So go introduce yourself. Take a picture with your dog. Take a picture. Find a picture of you in Hawaii. Whatever it is around that group. Okay. I did it in a Jeep group. I took a picture of me with my Jeep last week, and I went into a group page and I said, hi. And it was a Jeep group full of women, perfect audience for me. And I said, hi, my name is Angel Fletcher. I'm a fellow Jeep lover. I live just outside of New Orleans. I'm a Frenchie mama. I'm a huge Cubs fan, Pittsburgh Steelers fan, and Florida State fan, and looking to expand my network with anybody in this group who has some interest and some of these things in common with me. Please, let's connect. That's all.
Okay. Love it, love it, love it. So do you understand the challenge? 3 pieces. 1, identify 3 passions, 3 interests, 3 things that you like, 3 things that you're interested in, whatever. And there's no right or wrong on those 3. Just pick 3. 2, find 5 groups. Okay? 5 groups for each of those. And 3, introduce yourself to that group. Post in that group a photo of something around your passion. Tell a little bit of your story, and you can do the same one in the same passion in the different public groups. Okay, that's the challenge. Do we have the slide? We ready to go? All right. So we're going to take 15 minutes. You're going to do that right now. How do you find public groups? You just go in the search bar and you search for that group. And you'll see it. When you put the topic in there, it'll say people, groups, whatever. Just pick the group and then find a public group, find 5, introduce yourself on those 5. Okay? You got 15 minutes. You got to work fast. You got to find the 15. You got to introduce yourself in as many as you possibly can. All right? You can use a filter to pull up only public groups too, Kelly says. So thanks, Kelly. All right? Go, 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 go. You got 15 minutes. Hit it. And just to note, you don't have to join these groups. Just introduce yourself in this public group. You don't have to join the group. Just introduce yourself. Matter of fact, it's better that you don't join the group. You just introduce yourself. Hey, Angel, are you there? Can you hear me?
I am here. Yes.
People are saying that it won't let them introduce themselves unless they join the group.
There are some groups that have restrictions, but you can find them. They're out there now. If you want to
just keep. You can either join or go to the next group that doesn't require that, and just post.
Yes.
Either one. Okay. Just wanted to jump in and answer that as we go.
Awesome.
And people are asking what to say in the introduction. Just introduce yourself. Just introduce yourself and tell people this is your passion. If you have a photo that shows that passion, then do that. But just introduce yourself. That's all you're doing. And you search for public groups. If you search for groups, number one, there's a filter at the top of Facebook that allows you to filter that. But figure it out. You figure this stuff out. We'll make it work. If you don't use Facebook, this is a little bit different if you don't use Facebook, but this is specifically a Facebook assignment. So we'll give you other assignments in, a little bit as soon as this assignment's done in 10 minutes. And this is Eric again. Just let you know, you don't have to join the group in order to be able to find a public. Let me say that differently. There's, for whatever your topic is, there's probably a million groups. So if you find a group that won't let you post unless they approve it, or they won't let you post unless you join, just find another group. Keep going, keep going, keep going until you find a group that allows you to introduce yourself. And then introduce yourself next to that passion. So all you want to do, in Susan says, I guess I can't think of anything to say, go into the group and say, you have this passion, I have this passion too, and here's why I love it. That's it. There's a million groups of any topic that you can think of. A million. You don't have to join the first one that you see. Just keep going. Just keep going. You can join if you want to, but you don't have to if you don't want to. There's a million groups to be able to go through to find an open public group. So just keep going. You got 5 more minutes. And no, don't introduce your business in this first thing. Just introduce yourself. Introduce yourself. Don't introduce your business. Introduce yourself. Hi, my name is. I love this stuff too. Here's why I love it. Nice to meet you all. Okay? There's not a problem if you join and then post. I'm just saying you don't have to join. You can just keep finding a group. You keep searching through groups until you find one that doesn't require you to join. Just keep going. You have a total abundance. There is unlimited groups for you to be able to participate in. Part of the reason why you don't join is you don't have any caps. There's no limits on the number of groups that you can interact with. If you join them, then you're going to be capped at I think 5,000 groups or something like that. Take your passion, type it into the search bar inside of Facebook, and you will, and then see the groups that are connected to that passion, and you will find unlimited groups to be able to go find. Okay, just keep hunting and pecking around until you find it.
All of them. You're so gorgeous, Angel. I don't know if they can hear me. I just unmuted to tell you that. I miss you.
Are you going to be there for GoPro?
Admins should not be removing your posts only if you're like going straight into business. If you're introducing yourself to that group and you have the same passion that they do, there's no reason for them to remove your post and introduce yourself when you're introducing yourself. Okay? So just here's the thing, you have abundance, you can make unlimited mistakes with this, and it's not a problem. There's another for every group you mess up, there'll be another million you could join or post in. Another million, literally, on every topic. So don't worry about it. All right, we're back from our break, and for the people who are just jumping in saying, what's happening? What's going on? Don't worry about it. Stormy's coming on. She's going to be on in just a bit, but about 45 minutes from now, something like that. Stormy will be joining. It's going to be amazing. In the meantime, what we're doing, we gave everybody assignment. If you haven't recruited somebody this week, to make sure that you get one recruit before you go to sleep tonight. And we're doing a series of exercises to get you out of your head and into action. Okay? So we had a conversation challenge we did first. Secondly, we did a group challenge to identify 3 of your passions, to find 5 groups from each of your 3 passions, and to post in those groups and keep searching until you find a public group that will allow you to post. And you might have to post and admin has to approve it. There's all different kinds of permissions, but it doesn't matter. There's unlimited. How many put into the chat, how many groups did you post into? How many groups did you post into in the chat? Look at that. People taking action, people figuring it out. You're going to be uncomfortable until you're comfortable. You're going to be frustrated until you're confident. I mean, this is part of doing, but here's what I will tell you. In this process, just taking this action, if you can do this in 4 so far, could you do it in 40? Could you do it in 400? Could you do it in 4,000? The answer is yes. And if that happened, what is likely to occur when more conversations happen as a result of these conversations being started, these introductions being made? You can do this in the little cracks of your life. 2 minutes here, 1 minute there, find another group, follow up. See what I'm saying? So thank you to my friend Angel for helping with that and walking people through a couple assignments. I appreciate you so much. And I'm gonna see you at GoPro. Tell everybody quickly why they need to be at GoPro or be joining us at GoPro.
It'll change your life. It did mine. It changes everybody's life. And you know what's so funny is all the top earners that I'm connected to give a whole lot of credit to GoPro for the skills that we've learned and the action that we stay consistently in. So if success leaves clues and you tell me, if you contact me and say, oh, Angel, I'm not successful. And I say, oh, did you attend GoPro last year? And you tell me no, I don't have to look any further. That's exactly why you're not successful.
And everybody,
and my friend Jessie Lee gonna tell y'all that too.
She is. She's coming on in just a moment. I want everybody who has a ticket already to put into the comments GoPro2021.com. Type in GoPro2021.com. If you already have your ticket, put it into the comments. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the link. That's where you need to go. One word, no spaces, GoPro2021.com to get your tickets and be a part of the biggest event. I just found out yesterday, I thought we had 56,000 tickets sold, and evidently we have 63,000 because somehow we miscategorized. So 63,000 and growing, plus the people going to join us today. GoPro2021.com. If you already have your ticket, put that in the comments. Everybody else, make sure that you get a ticket today. I'll let you know about all the bonuses that you're going to get as a result of doing that. Okay. Now, Angel, thank you. I love you. Appreciate you. And let's bring Jessie Lee Ward into the conversation. Jessie Lee.
Hello, everybody. What's going on? It's great to be back. Angel, you look great. I guess we were chatting publicly. So sorry, I was just admiring Angel Flesher. I love her very much.
I know. No problem. I mean, people were hearing you, but that's fine. How you doing? I know we really rushed you because you had a million things going on. Our staff, our executive producer over there was worrying about you sending text message while you're driving to get to your little studio set up, like you're going to run off the road or something. Like, no, don't do that. I will tell you, let me tell you what I would like to challenge everybody to do as we start. Okay. This was probably my favorite because it went crazy at GoPro last year. It was this.
Yeah.
this or this. So if you can explain it to them, and I want everybody to do the 3-finger challenge. Is it 3-finger? What do we call it?
Yeah, I like probably a 3-finger thing. Yeah, we can do that.
I mean,
I've got all kinds of things.
I want them to do that first. I want everybody to do the 3-thing challenge. Let's call it the 3-thing challenge. That sounds better. 3-thing challenge. Can you explain to them exactly what to say in the post? Because the first part of the assignment is to take a selfie with you holding up 3 fingers. Okay? 3 fingers. However you want to hold them up. 3 fingers. Some selfie. Wherever you want to do it. Doesn't matter. Take a selfie with you holding up the number 3. Second, what do you put, and you're going to post that on social. What are you going to put in the post?
Yeah. So first of all, I'll explain why I want you guys to do this and why it works so well. I love it. Look how cool. Okay, stop the training for a second. Can everybody look at Angel Fletcher? This is why she's a bajillionaire. Like, she didn't wait for explanation. She didn't wait for, let me tell you what the caption is. No, she went, okay, Jessie Lee said to do a photo. I can do that right now. All right, what's next? She's so coachable. Oh my God. Okay, sorry. I just had to give some props where props are due. Angel Fletcher. Wow. Okay, so the reason I want you to do this is because a lot of you, when we talk about branding, you get overwhelmed. A lot of you, when we talk about post just about who you are, or what you care about, or what you're known for, you go, I'm known for nothing. Okay, Jessie Lee, you're a social media influencer. Rah, 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 rah. And so I think it's really important that we make posts that are, first of all, super engaging. And then second of all, it tells people exactly what they see you as. And when you're building a brand, it actually doesn't matter what you think you're putting out there. It matters what other people perceive you to be. And the reason that's important is because those are the people you're converting. So you might think to yourself, I'm super religious, or I'm super whatever. I don't know why the religion popped in my head. But if people aren't seeing you as that, then when you start to try to write sales copy around it, it's very confusing because you're not attracting the people that you think you're attracting. So this exercise is really to help you not only whittle down who people actually perceive you to be, but then also give you a little confidence boost. And then third of all, get you huge engagement on your social media. Before I tell you exactly how to do it, I want to say thank you for all of you. It was like 20, 30, 40,000 of you did that challenge yesterday with the, it's still sitting here. I'm at my desk with this. And like last night I was in bed. I'm not even kidding. So one of you made like I guess I was tagged in a lot of them. So somebody made like a screenshot of like just scrolling and seeing, thousands of these. And I was just in bed crying. So I just want to say, like, your ripple effect, you never know, guys. You just really never know. I was, the broke girl from a small basement in Middletown, just 10 years ago. And here we are. Anyway, it's nuts. You never know what network marketing is going to do for you. So anyway, let's do this assignment. Okay. Let's build you a brand. Let's get you some social media engagement, and let's get you some recruits. So do your photo, right? Your selfie with your 3 photos. Okay. And all I need you to write in the caption is something.
And somebody write this exact, what she's going to say into the comments so everybody can see it. Go ahead.
So it just needs to be something like, hey, everyone, I was just wondering, when you think about me, what are the first 3 things you think about? Comment below.
Or what are the first 3 things that come to mind?
Mm-hmm.
Either way. When you think about me, what are the first 3 things that you think about?
Yep.
Or what are the first 3 things that come to mind? Do you understand the challenge? You got to take this photo and you got to post. And if you're unfamiliar with what to post, people are posting it in the comments. Go check those. So that's your job. Your job is to take this and post it wherever you do your social. Take the photo and post it. I'm going to give you 10 minutes to do that. And when we come back in 10 minutes, Jessie Lee's going to train your butts off again and give you some other things that you can do to help you have the breakthrough today. We're not going to rest until you have that breakthrough today, okay? Do it, do it, do it. You're going to cry when people start telling you what they think about when they think about you. You're going to love it. All right.
Little
10
bonus. I
minutes.
give them like a little
Go
like
ahead.
second thing to do. So with
Huh?
that, especially if you're posting on Instagram, this makes it really easy. Hit the share button, put it in your story. But with the story, hit the little box at the top that has a little smiley face where you can find your GIFs, you can find your music, you can find whatever, and drop them a question box. So they can actually type the 3 things right there.
If you're a little more sophisticated on Instagram,
Yeah.
you can use the question box, is what she's saying.
Yeah.
If not, don't get hung up. This is
Right.
your goal is to get this posted.
Yes.
Post it, post it, post it. You got 10 minutes to get it posted. Should be plenty of time. Just get it up there wherever you're on social. Okay? 10 minutes. Go. Do it. Don't worry about hashtags. Just get the photo up with the caption. Okay? Don't worry about hashtags. Okay, we're back. If you've finished the assignment, put a number 3 into the comments. If you followed instructions and you finished the assignment, put a number 3 for the 3 fingers. Put a number 3 into the comments. Look at all these people following assignments, making stuff happen. You will get engagement. You'll get massive engagement. Like the I did a thing post, but this one from last year was just really spectacular. Whether you're watching, I'm seeing all the people on Zoom, but on Facebook too. Put a number 3 into the comments if you've followed the assignment. There, we have Jesse Lee back. Yeah, delay on Facebook. Yeah, got it. So Jesse Lee, come on back. All right, Rockstar. Look at all these. You can't see the chat, but the chat's blowing up. Everybody's engaging in this challenge. So talk to them. You gave them some really practical stuff yesterday. What's another tip? And is Fraser here already? Okay, Fraser. But when he's here, just throw him in. But Jesse Lee, I'm going to give the floor to you. And here's one thing I told everybody. Because I asked them how many recruits they have so far for this week, and some people had zeros. And I challenged every single person that has a 0 to not go to sleep until they at least help one person join their team. Okay, so that's why we're doing these little breakouts and these little workshops to get them into action and in more conversation. So we had them already continue conversations with 10 people that they started conversations with earlier in the week. We had them identify 3 of their passions and go post an introduction in 5 groups for each of their 3 passions. Following Angel. And now we've had them do this post where they hold up the 3 fingers and what are 3 things that come to mind when you think about me. So all of this just designed to get them moving into action. And you're just an absolute beast when it comes to helping people achieve results quickly. So I'll give the floor to you, and you can give them some guidance on how to experience this breakthrough today.
Oh my God, I'm such a baby. Like my eyes, somebody's cutting onions in my office. Ah! Oh my God, I'm so grateful. I hope you guys all have just grateful hearts for an event like this to be free. Like yesterday, Eric said something like, what would you have to pay these people? What would you have to pay people who make, $1 million a month to coach you, and you guys get this free training? It's crazy. And so Eric, oh my God. Okay. So for those of you who maybe when Angel gave you the assignment to go into the groups, you went, I don't know what groups to join. I don't know what my things are. All of these responses you're getting on your post with the 3 fingers, those are the groups you should join. Those are the groups you should join. Okay. So again, even if you're like, no, my passion is fishing, but like nobody associates you with fishing. Where do these things pop in my head from? I don't know. I am not a fisherwoman. Okay. But whatever people are writing as those 3 things, whether it's things like law of attraction or, some kind of sports thing or what have you, whatever those passions are and whatever people are associating with you, it's going to make it easier for you to recruit people and sell to them. If they're saying, I know you for being, a Vikings fan, right? Like everyone knows Eric's a Vikings fan, right? And if you're in a Vikings group, Vikings fans in Las Vegas, there's probably a group for that. It's going to be really easy when they get to his page for him to recruit those people. So anyway, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about Instagram right now, because I think Instagram, first of all, is having a bit of an identity crisis, and we should use that to our advantage. And all I really mean by that right now, if you're watching this, live or in 2021, is that Instagram is kind of being reactionary to other apps, right? So in particular, for certain, they are being reactionary to TikTok. That's why some of the functionalities like Reels and things of that nature are not that great yet. But the cool thing is that because of that, we can take advantage of that. So the first thing that I would like everybody to do is I want us to focus on gaining organic followers that are the right people. So on Instagram, I have ways of connecting with people that people don't really know what I'm doing. And I'm going to give it to you because it's a little bit voodoo. It's a Jesse Lee voodoo tactic that you can do, in times when you don't have time to do something that takes a lot of thought. Maybe you're multitasking, maybe you're walking, maybe you're, doing whatever. So I do something called, it's a 3-2-1. Okay. And the very first thing you're going to do is you're going to follow whoever the person is that you want to engage with. Okay. That's your one. So like 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, whatever. Okay. So number one, you're going to actually follow the person. Now, who are these people? I want you to brainstorm for a minute. It doesn't have to be right now. It could be after we're done talking here today. But who are the people that you follow on Instagram, or the people you would like to do business with? Like if they came across your Explore page, maybe as an example, you go, ha, look at him. He's perfect for my hair care company. Right? Like whatever. You see someone, you're like oh my gosh, I've never seen this person before. So the first thing you're going to do is follow people. Okay. Second thing you're going to do is you're going to click like on at least 2 of their posts. Okay. So on their actual wall feed, I want you to click like on at least 2 of their posts. I like to do these things really, really fast when what I'm about to tell you, because you want to catch their attention. That's the whole purpose of this. Right. So you're following them, and then like, ding, ding, doesn't matter which 2 you do. And the third thing you're going to do is you're going to leave 3 comments. And you want them to be kind of meaningful, right? They don't need to be anything crazy, but especially people who write good captions. I know that I want to recruit people who have the ability to express the written word. Okay. This is like, we got a live one whenever I see somebody who can write an emote in the written word. So when I'm reading their captions, it doesn't have to be anything fancy. It could be a couple of emojis if you want to, or it could be something like, whoa, Angel, this made me think, right? Or it could be something like, wow, Eric, this is powerful. Or I just saw somebody I love so much. Wow, oh my gosh, Fraser, this is good information. Right? Like it doesn't have to be anything mind-blowing, or wow, this comment really touched me, or oh my gosh, you're speaking right to me. And don't be disingenuous about this, because these are going to be people that you end up letting in your life, right? So 3 comments on 3 of their posts. And then the last thing I do, because some people they look at every single person that watches every single story of theirs, I will just blast through their story really fast. I might engage on a couple of them, right? Like maybe I do a little swipe up my gig. You guys know what I'm talking about? Like if you swipe up, I don't know if I can show you really fast. So if you're watching somebody's story, like this is somebody's story, you can just do a little swipe up, and you could just do boop, like I sent her a little heart, right? But I would just, kind of blast through people's stories, a couple engagements. If this is somebody, this is obviously somebody I actually follow, but anyway, you get the point. So that's what it is. So it's like 1, 2, 3, and then an infinity sign, basically, because you're going to go through all their stories. If you want to take an extra step to this, you can send them a quick message. Like, I really like your profile. Hey, like I just want to tell you, I just stumbled across you on my Explore page. I don't know, I've never seen you before, right? Real conversations. Are you waving to me?
No, I was just waving to Alexi to throw me up on the screen because I wanted to jump in here.
Okay.
Here's the great thing with this 3-2-1. Put the instructions into the comments for everybody else's sake. 1, find a person to follow. Follow them. 2, like 2 of their posts. 3, make at least 3 comments. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. Follow, 2 likes, 3 comments. You understand? Now, I'm not going to take a break for this assignment because I want to bring Fraser in. Fraser's been speaking in another event for 16 straight hours. He is Iron Man. He is Rocky Balboa. He is the monster from Dubai, the dynamo. Anyway, and the reason why, thank you for coming in, Fraser.
My pleasure.
And I haven't prepared this with the 2 of you at all, but we had Jesse Lee and Fraser kind of tag team trained during our our social media summit that we had earlier, and they crushed it. They absolutely crushed it. They had so much fun. Brought so much value to the entire group of people inside of the accelerator group, that I thought maybe we could just put them together and have them kind of do a little tag team right now, as far as talking about some ideas. We already have the 3-2-1, but talk about some ideas of what you can do. And then we want to end by giving them a 10-minute assignment 15 minutes from now, Fraser and Jesse Lee, a 10-minute workshop assignment 15 minutes from now. Okay. And before I hand the floor over to the two of them to be able to do whatever it is that they want to do, because they're both amazing, I want you to go to the post where you put the 3 up, and I want you to put in the comments how many people have commented already into your post that you put up. How many have commented already? Okay. So Fraser and Jesse Lee, the floor is yours.
I mean, I have to tell you guys, I think people watching this right now, because there's like thousands and thousands of you, I think you think that we knew this was going to happen. I just messaged, I think we're getting punked. Last time Eric did this, we had like an hour before he bamboozled us like this. This is not planned. So, God, I love you, Eric. This is, wow. How you doing, Fraser? Good to see you again, mate.
Dude, I'm doing incredible. You know what, though? I've got to admit, everything in my life that I think I've smashed, I've just been thrown into the deep end and I've just figured it out. Like the first time I spoke on stage, my dad introduced me onto stage. I said that I was going to murder him if he introduced me as a speaker. I burst into tears as I held the microphone at the bottom and it was vibrating from side to side. I didn't even know how to say my name, cried, and I got kicked off the stage. My dad grabbed the microphone and went, well, that was a bad idea then. But I love how Eric does this. I love how he's got the number 28 on his jersey as well. That's my favorite number. So the first thing that I would say for me personally is we don't teach people enough to go live anymore. I don't think. I think there's like a lack of lives now. It was such a thing, like you got to go live, got to go live, got to go live. I recruited Eric into my life by going live every week. That's how we connected. Because I was going live, he saw me, you the same, Angel the same. I was going live every week. He was tuning into some of them. He invited me to his home. I went to his home, met his wonderful family, Marina and the dogs, Daniela, all the rest of the great people. I recruited Eric into my life as a friend, as a mentor, as someone I looked up to and spend more time with now. But this is what I'll say, and I can tell you that I know Jesse Lee's the same, but I am the person who will chill at home as the lamb. Right, I'm the lamb at home. Like if you hang around me, I don't inspire anyone, I don't motivate anyone. But on camera, on stage, in front of people, I'm the lion. I just unlock the lion in front of me. So here's what I want you to know. I want you to understand that you have to be the lion when you're seen on social media, so that when you come off social media, you can be the lamb at home. That's what you need to understand, in my opinion. We have to be the lion in front of others so that we can chill at home as the lamb. So when it comes to going live, I think that it's important to do that. I also think that if it's important, if building your business is important to you, you'll find a way to make it happen. If it's not, you'll make an excuse, right? If it's important to you, you'll find a way. If it's not, you'll make an excuse. So for me, what I would recommend everyone do, and Jesse Lee, you can maybe add on to this as well, is I would be going live on social media, sharing. There's power in the number 3, right? There's no reason why Jesse Lee's not doing, name the 8 different things that you know about me, right? 3 blind mice, 3 sides to a triangle, ABC, 1, 2, 3, 3 amigos, 3 musketeers, 3 hungry bears. There's power in the number 3. So the 3 reasons why you use your product, the 3 reasons why you join network marketing, the 3 reasons why you want residual income in your life, the 3 reasons why you're excited about the rest of 2021, the 3 reasons why you're excited about going to Gopro, the 3 reasons why you're excited, about making a difference, the 3 reasons why you're involved in that, you're involved in personal development. And I just, that's what I would do So it makes the conversation of reaching out to people, talking about your business, talking about your product, talking about network marketing, much, much easier. This is what's helped me. And going live, there's a lot of conversations started for me. It's got a lot of reach, but it's made me a better storyteller. Whether it's a story about the product, the story about the compensation plan, the story about the industry, the story about the people involved in it, the story about presentations. And honestly say, I would not be where I am today if it wasn't for live video, really. And I do a live video for 10, 15 minutes, maybe 5 minutes. I do a real version of it for 30 to 60 seconds. I do story versions of it, 15 seconds each. So, Jesse, I know when you go live, I mean, you get like hundreds and hundreds, thousands of people watching your lives, thousands of people watching this live. Would you recommend that too? When it comes, would you openly talk about the 3 reasons why someone should, the 3 reasons why you use your product, the 3 reasons why you build a business, the 3 reasons why network marketing is for you?
So first of all, I love that. I think you already gave them an assignment. Like this whole group should do maybe a live challenge for the next 7 days. Okay. And I love the idea of the 3 because maybe you are so nervous, you want to barf, and you can get the 3 things of whatever it is, like your 3 reasons for your product, the 3 reasons for network marketing, the 3 reasons you chose your company, the 3 reasons you're attending Gopro, the 3 reasons why you live in Dubai, the 3 reasons why it's dogs, not cats, like whatever. Okay. If you talk fast and you're really nervous, you can get your live video done in 35 seconds. The whole point of this is not to become a Fraser Brooks or a Jesse Lee Ward. Okay. The whole point of this is for you to get your nerves out. And I want to back up to 5 years ago when I first, or 6 years ago, when I first got live video capability. My first 100 lives were garbage. So anybody who thinks, oh, well, Fraser and Jesse Lee, yeah, they're so good on live video because it's Fraser and Jesse Lee. He started this training just now by letting you know he got on stage and shook the microphone like this. He was so nervous. That was me on live video. Hi. Today, I don't know what I'm going to talk about. I'm very nervous, but I'm going to talk to you about something. Basically how my first live video went. And then my second was not much better. But the only way you're going to get good at something is via repetition. So there were a couple of things inside of what Fraser just said. I love the 3. I'm actually going to do it myself. I think that's great. And I will tell you, if you want more live video viewers, write a good headline. So on Facebook, if you were to write something like top 3 reasons I'm a network marketer, it's going to get a lot more views than, hi guys, want to talk to you about network marketing. Top 3 reasons. All right. I got time for 3. All right. Give me 3. Okay. Okay, cool. Right. Like very, very fast. I'll give you a couple quick live tips. This is applicable to Instagram. This is applicable to Facebook, and this is applicable to TikTok lives. TikTok live started 1,000 followers, by the way. Don't wait for people to get started. Don't wait for people to be on there. Okay. You're not talking to the people who are live as much as you actually are, because I know you're going to engage with people. You're talking to the replay viewers. Okay. So jump right in, start right away, get right off the bat, high energy. Hey guys, it's Jesse Lee. Mike, let's just do my intro. Come on. Hello, everybody. What's going on? It's Jesse Lee. And call me #BossLee. And today I'm going to talk to you about the 3 reasons why network marketing. Number 1, okay. You get the point. Now, again, that comes through repetition. But when you do that, did you hear what Fraser said? Here's where you can start to layer the pieces of content in social media. He told you, but now I'm going to say it in Jesse Lee voice. He will use his live video, and then he will take that and he will make a reel or a TikTok. Did you guys hear him say that? Some of you are going, what? It's all about repurposing content when you get to the level, not even the level that we're at, just it's how you get to the level we're at is by repurposing your content. Okay. Inside of that though, when you go live, this is specific to Instagram and Facebook right now. And I told you I'd talk a bit about Instagram. You can immediately turn that into an Instagram TV. Immediately. Okay. So now you have the content. Now on the reels, like he was just talking about, you don't need to take the same live video, but now you have the fresh content. Now you can make a quick TikTok, a quick reel, a quick Instagram. Like I'll do it right now. Oh my gosh, what the heck? I'll just open it. Why not? Let's clean up my camera. Let me show you how easy it is to make a TikTok. Are you kidding me? Here we go. All right. What is this weird filter that's on here? What in the hell? Turn that off. I don't know what's going on. I don't like filters. Okay. Top 3 reasons why network marketing. Literally, I'm like doing it right now, guys. Okay. Let's see. In my opinion, number 1 is time freedom. You get to work when you want, as much as you want to, and then you get to travel the world. All right, so that's number 1. All right, number 2. I wish I could see your comments. Why don't we participate? What are your top 3 reasons? I can't, but I know it feels good when the chat goes flying. So Eric's gonna be excited about it. All right, second reason. Let's see. Second reason: the limit does not exist. You can go as high as you want to, do it full-time, part-time, some of the time. All right, and then the third reason, let's see, what would your third reason be? My third reason is, why do I love network marketing? Okay, my third reason is I love the community. I love the people. I love the friendships. Follow me if you're a network marketer and tell me your favorite reasons below. All right, I'm done my TikTok. Here we go. I'm just going to draft it.
Call to action. The call to action to end with, always.
Oh, sorry, that's just a muscle that I just can't help myself sometimes. I just follow me, drop. Okay, that I can use current. Now this changes all the time. This is what Fraser and I use right now is SaveTick.app. Okay, it's a website. It's not an app. SaveTick.app is what we're currently using. By the way, I'm giving you like a little mini assignment. All of you have to do what I just did. Okay, so Fraser's outlining it for you on his whiteboard over there. You all have to do a reel and/or a TikTok. Okay, with that exact thing that I just did. You're welcome. Okay, so what you're going to do is SaveTick.app. Very easy to use. You're going to upload your TikTok to TikTok. You're going to copy the URL and you're going to put it in SaveTick.app to download it, to then put it on Instagram and repurpose your content. You can also upload it then to Facebook Reels, which means from one piece of content, from one live, we've created a live, we've created an Instagram TV. You can share it to your story, which then can auto share to your Facebook story. Okay, so we're at 4 pieces of content. Then you made the TikTok, so we're at 5. Then you turned it into a Facebook Reel and an Instagram Reel. That's at least 7 pieces of content from one piece of effort. That's how you build a brand.
Exactly. And I think adding on to that is one of the things that I've realized in my life is if you have the ability to change your life, you have the responsibility to help others do the same thing. And I think that's what we need to understand about network marketing. And again, it could be your product, it could be network marketing, it could be personal development, it could be your company, it could be, the GoPro 2020, now we're leading into GoPro 2021. One of the things that I do, and I actually go live for a selfish reason. I think I listened to a podcast. I think it was Joe Rogan and Kevin Hart. I guess those are 2 big beasts in the US, right? And now worldwide, I suppose. But I was listening to Kevin Hart and he was saying that he would, when he comes and creates his masterpiece, when he comes and creates like the Netflix shows, it's not right. Today I'm going to talk about this. He goes to all the dive comedy clubs, the ones where there's like 12 people there, and he'll come on stage and they'll be like, "Oh, it's Kevin Hart, it's Kevin Hart." And he'll share joke 1, joke 2. He'll share 10 jokes and he'll come off stage and he'll be right. Joke 1 was good, joke 2 bad, 3 bad, 4 bad, 8 was bad. 8 was good. So we've got joke 1 and joke 8 were great. Next dive bar, he does joke 1 and joke 8 again, and then 8 other ones, until he has 10 absolutely incredible jokes to share, so that when he goes to the masterpieces, the stadiums, the big tours, one after the other, you're just belly laughing the whole way. And you're like, this guy's the funniest guy on the planet. But you're seeing the funniest jokes that he shares. All the other ones that aren't funny in the dive bars, you're not seeing them. So I do the same thing. So what I do is every day in my life, a story will happen. Something will happen in my life that I want to share. So I have what I call a story inventory in my phone. All the different stories, small, medium, big, the funny ones, the bad ones, the angry ones, the happy ones, the recognition ones, the achievement ones, the good ones, the great ones. I put them in my phone. And every time I'm going to go live, I just pick one of the stories and I just tell them. And I make a note of the reaction, like, hey, give me some love hearts. Drop some love hearts if you can relate to this. Drop some love hearts if you love this. Let me know in the chat if you love this. And I go back through the chat and I establish that people love that story. People are crying on that story. People are laughing on that story. And I eventually, when I go speak on stage, I go to GoPro, other events, I'll go, right, everyone loves that story, that story, that story.
Right.
I'm going to tell them in my masterpiece because I already know that they crush it. So again, part of the assignment, I would say we got, you did the three, the thing, because I missed it. The three fingers up. I think you did that on Instagram, go live on Facebook. If you did that on Facebook, go and do a three part live on the other platform. I would do the 3-part TikTok. I think you're probably going to only have time to do one of them. But I would choose the 3 reasons why network marketing, or the 3 reasons why your product, or the 3 reasons why you're going to GoPro, or the 3 reasons why personal development. And then I would look to do the TikTok version of it as well. But yeah.
Can I give like a little boop on that? So something I like to do, and what you just said triggered me. So I love that comedy club thing. I've heard that before. And it's just a reminder. I think sometimes when you work anyway, it doesn't matter. I don't need context there. What I was going to say is, if you want all the answers, I like to talk. If you want all the answers, go to the comment section. And it doesn't have to be the comment section of your posts. Like, if I want to be relevant, which obviously I do, when there is something viral going on, I don't even really look at the content. I go to the comments. And as you start to build your business, all of everything this is a recruiting challenge, right? Okay, here you go. Every single problem people have is in the comments. And in sales, every single problem people have is in the comments. And how do we make so much money? We solve problems. And if you're guessing about what the problems are, you're having a hard time making money. If you go to the comment section, you see the people cussing and screaming and fighting and whatever. I'm like, yes, let me take some notes over here. They're mad about pricing. Okay, let me see if I can run a little sale. Then let me do a little bonus. Okay, I got a bonus. Okay, so what else are they pissed off about today? All right, they're pissed off that, let's see. Every single thing that you need is in your comments, positive and negative. So same thing. Oh, I love when you did your training about blah, blah, blah. Ooh, let me take a note of that. They like when I talk about, okay. This is how you're going to start to create, again, that brand. This is how you're going to create things that people they want to talk about, right? You start finding people's pain points. Oh, they're not confident about their winter clothing. Okay, they're not comfortable about their frizzy hair. Oh, they don't feel good about their digestive tract. I don't know. I know there's a lot of companies watching. They're not comfortable about their financial portfolio. Well, let me just go ahead and make some more content around that. La, 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 la. Like, a lot of you are just shooting crabs in a bucket, I think is what the statement is. I don't even know what that means. I'm saying all kinds of weird stuff today. What's wrong with me? Like, oh God, shooting crabs in a bucket, guessing what people want, but they're literally telling you, they're commenting, go to their walls. One of the best things I do is, before I post stuff, I'll go to somebody else's wall. Like somebody who follows me. Let me see what they're up to today. Okay, so they're posting about this and this and this. I don't follow pop culture, so I don't really know what's going on. I did a training and I thought that there was you said it the other day, Eric. I thought it was like Squidward. So I thought it was like a SpongeBob sequel. It's not. Okay, I didn't know. But I keep seeing Squid something in all these comments. And so I was trying to be cute, and talk about Squidward. I was wrong. But it got laughs, right? People were like, Jessie Lee is really so out of touch. I'm like, well, what can I say? But everything's in the comment section. If you can become a master of not just, I think Eric was talking about scrolling and just, getting lost in the scroll hole, scroll and start, allowing yourself to find all the solutions to all these people's problems. You will recruit a ton of people. You will sell a ton of product or a ton of services, and your business is going to scale like crazy. You're muted, Eric, I think.
I can't hear.
Am I back?
Talking about SpongeBob or something.
All right. Sorry, I turned my mic off. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, I want you, first of all, Fraser gets the Iron Man award. So I want you to put a number 100 into the comments just for Fraser to come jump on here. It's the middle of the night for him. He's already been speaking for 16 hours. That's how much he cares about this community. That's why he's getting on an airplane and flying to Las Vegas to deliver at GoPro and bring you his content, which is a 24-hour trip. in order to be able to bring the value directly to your home for people who got a GoPro ticket. You can't believe the chat blowing up, Fraser. So I'm going to give everybody a quick assignment, but I want you to go to bed and just know that we love you. Go get some rest, bro. You're awesome. You're amazing. You're unbelievable. And Jesse Lee, putting you on the spot is what I do, and you know why? Because I know that you guys are perfectly equipped to be able to handle any situation at any time. You guys are amazing. And I'm privileged to call you my friends. And Jesse Lee's also going to be training at GoPro. It's going to be unbelievable. Let me give you a quick 5-minute assignment. And here's all I want you to do during this assignment. When we come back, we'll either have Stormy or I will teach you how to overcome objections, one or the other. But here's the assignment right now. I just actually bring Fraser back up for just a second. Bring both of them back up for just a second, please. I want you to go download TikTok, and I want you to download SaveTick.app. That's your assignment. You got 4 minutes to download both. SaveTick.app and TikTok. Download both. We'll be back in 4 minutes. Love you two both. Appreciate you very, very much.
Yeah. See you,
Back
GoPro.
in 4 minutes. If you can't get it, you're in India, that's cool. Just take a 4-minute break, go to the bathroom. We'll see you in 4 minutes. All right, welcome back. And listen, I know I'm putting you in the deep end of the swimming pool. I know I'm pushing you to do things that may be faster than you normally would do them. But look, everything that gets into motion tends to stay in motion. I want to get you to experience a breakthrough. And even if you feel overwhelmed, come on, you've got this. We've got you. And in all of these things, whether you're trying to find SaveTick.app or whatever, what's the right one and how much should I pay and all that stuff, don't get hung up on all that stuff. Just figure it out. Solve the problem. Move forward. Figure out the next thing. Solve the problem. Move forward. Figure out the next thing. Solve the problem. Move forward. You can find in the chat, find all that stuff, right? Decide you're going to be resourceful. Decide that you're going to make some stuff happen. Decide that you're going to go after this, okay? So we've got Stormy Wellington. Stormy, you there? Kinda?
Of course I'm here. What else would I be at 4 o'clock on a
Oh,
Sunday?
good. You're sideways.
That's what he told me to do. Okay, here we go.
Okay, there you go. Yeah. Now I don't have to turn my head to see your smiling face. I'm glad you're not driving. I'm glad somebody's driving you.
Exactly.
So we've got people from all over the world that are connected here, and they want to learn how to recruit. And you're a recruiting machine. They want to have a breakthrough. This is day 7. I saved the best to last. I saved you to the end, and I want to see you just light a fire under their butts and get them to do what they need to do in order to experience the breakthrough that they deserve. So I'm going to give the floor to you, and you go as long as you want to go.
Wow. Well, first of all, thank you so much, Mr. Worre. I mean, just everything about you and Marina is just so amazing. The impact that you have made and the contribution you've made on this industry is just mind blowing. And, so just having these challenges, giving us something to have as accountability, and always bringing the best of the best to the front. Everybody that's in the chat somewhere, somehow, drop some fire for Mr. Gopro himself. Drop some fire for me. I want to tell you something, how you got me the other day, and I'm going to get into recruitment in 1 minute. When you called me the other day and you to speak, and the way you invited me was just so passive that I didn't realize. And I just want you to know I had a real screaming moment when I got off with you, because I realized that thank you. Thank you for allowing me to make an impact and to do what I believe that I was purposed and born to do. And so everybody, listen, if you have not solidified your tickets, if you don't have a group of people, coming to GoPro, I want to tell you, this is not a sales strategy. This is not me trying to get you to buy a ticket because Eric asked me to get you to buy a ticket. No, this is me telling you how, who I am today as the #1 recruiter in this industry, as the highest paid income earner in the industry of health and wellness. Number one, as I'm going to be teaching you all today, I'm going to give myself 30 minutes. I'm going to give myself 30 minutes because I don't want to overwhelm you and I don't want to overload you. But I have personally recruited over 7,000 people. Okay. I have personally recruited over 7,000 people, and my organization right now is over 750,000 people. Okay. Everybody is not active, but to have those type of numbers, I could tell you, my customer ratio is 90. I have 90% customers in my business, 10% distributors. So for those of you that's involved in a service-based company, you should always be thinking about customer acquisition. I think one of the things that people forget in this industry is that we are pretty much paid to move products. Sometimes we get caught up. Sometimes we get caught up in just recruiting people that we forget that don't recruit a person that's not going to move the business forward. Okay. So keeping in mind that as you're building your business, you should not be recruiting people just for the sake of saying that you signed somebody up. Okay. Signing somebody up is sign somebody up. But my mindset has always been that recruit until you get the truth. Okay. What does that mean? Everybody that signs up in your business, they're not going to be proactive. Some people are going to join your business. You're going to have your walkers, your talkers, your stalkers, and your hawkers. Y'all write that down. You're going to have your walkers, your talkers, your stalkers, and your hawkers. And what does that mean to me? That means that people are going to join your business and they're going to come in with the highest package. They're going to come in and they're going to walk right out the front door. They're going to come in through the front, walk right out through the back door. Those people don't do nothing. And unfortunately, you cannot get caught up with the walkers in your business. You got to know that that's just the game, that people come, people go. You know, it's like a gym membership. People join the gym and never step one foot in the gym. Or better yet, nowadays, people join the gym and they don't even work out. They go to the gym just to take a picture and then they leave. As long as they can post it on Instagram, you know, but that's not real life, right? That's not going to get you to the next level. So just be okay with knowing that people are going to come and go, okay? Just make sure you're not that person. Like, one thing I've learned is that your goal should be to be here 1 year from now, all right? Whatever company you're in, wherever you are right now in your life or in business, like, your goal is to just, like, be here 1 year from now. And so write this down, okay? I'm giving you guys the 4 L's today, all right? And I'm big on making things very simple. I could talk and I could give you a good speech that'll have you crying, screaming, and all that. But then that's just emotionalism, all right? It doesn't turn into no money. So we talking about business today. This is not, you know, that Stormy Wellington like y'all normally get on Mondays on the Wake Up and Win. This is really Eric asking me to really teach and train. What is it that I do to even be the number one, y'all? Nobody in this whole industry and over, you know, how long it's been in conception has out recruited me. And I want y'all to know that the first L I want to talk about is learn, okay? Learn, right? Be very proactive about learning, okay? Never stop learning. Be committed, constant and never ending improvement. Like, never stop learning. I don't care if you're winning right now and you're at the pinnacle in your business or if you're in the valley in your business right now. Like, you can start learning any day and applying what you learn any day, and know that the truth is, like, one thing that I got excited about is realizing that in this industry, like, you can out earn your upline. You don't have to limit yourself based upon your upline. Like, you can out earn your upline. And I want you to write that down, because if you keep learning and your upline stops learning, that means your upline stopped on whatever level they stopped learning. That is a really big learning at whatever level. And when you stop learning at that level, there's nothing else that you can grow into because you stopped. So you look at where the world is today, who would have known that this profession would be driven by social media? Like, you got to remember, this industry was based upon home parties, you know, hotel meetings. This industry was based upon, you know, doing tea parties, and, you know, depending on what company you're in, everything was about building and doing events. And here's the thing, now social media is an event. Like, when you get on your Instagram and you post something, or you do a live Zoom, or, like, literally, we now have to look at social media as an event. And I want y'all to really take real deep thought into this, because a lot of your uplines don't realize where we're going. You know, the economy is artificial intelligence. Everything is some way, somehow artificial intelligence. From going to the bank, you know, we used to see tellers all the time. Now you don't see a teller, you see a machine, right? Or like at the you know, you go to the airport. There was a point in time where you would see a person. Now it's like everybody's being redirected to some computer. So we have to start learning how to thrive in the new world, okay? And the new world is very, very digital, okay? So I really want you to challenge yourself, like, this week, to tap into some more social media, FaceTime, Instagram, TikTok. Me personally, I'm not a TikTok person, because TikTok doesn't meet my personality. Like, I'm not about to be learning no dance routines and all that. That's not my style. However, Facebook and Instagram is a really big playground that you can play on. So learn some things this week. Like, challenge yourself to grow every day. You know, I have what you call $1 billion mornings. Because you can't tell me I'm not going to be a billionaire or multi-billionaire. Every morning, there's certain things that I got to do to be in a good space for Stormy. Okay, like this week, I told my team that, you know, we're filming my show. You know, y'all can stay tuned. We got a big show coming out next year, the beginning of the year, on the #1 network in the world, teaching this profession. I'm super proud that they chose me to bring some truth about the good, the bad, the ugly, and the great. And so our call times for filming is at like 10:30. And so I realized this week that I have, you know, been breaking my ritual. Like, I wake up in the morning, I pray in the morning, I listen to personal development for like 30 minutes. Then I get out of my bed, and by 8 o'clock, I'm meditating. And normally by 9:30, I'm working out. But I realized that this week really wasn't as strong as I normally is, as I normally should be, mentally, physically, spiritually. And I really realized it's because I have stopped my morning routines. And so I'm back on it. So when I say learn, like learn yourself, learn things about this profession, like tap into the winners, like who's really making this industry work, like who in your organization is doing it, and learn from them, right? I don't care who's the upline. That's another, unfortunately, myth in this industry that I don't believe in. Why would I learn from my upline if my upline is losing? Like I'm gonna go around my upline. I'm not learning from no loser. I'm just sorry. So whether you're, to the company or you're my sideline, and many people won't like this, but this is the truth. Like a lot of uplines get disenchanted and they stop growing and they stop moving. And then you're wondering why their organization dies. It's because they started to die. So the L is learn. The second L is lead. This is really big. You have to be willing to grow in your confidence. And
Hey, Stormy.
and yes.
Can you do me a favor?
Yes.
We're getting a lot of chop, and I know you're driving. Is there a spot
I'm gonna pull over.
yeah, that where we can get some really good connection? I know everybody, people don't want to miss it, So
Okay,
I'm gonna stay with you a second until you get kind of parked, and then we can go.
Okay.
So everybody just hang in there. We'll be fine. Everybody will be fine. Hang in there. We're gonna get her stabilized. So yeah.
Freezing.
It's still freezing. Florida breeze is kicking in. Learn and lead so far.
Turn this off. Okay, is this better?
Yeah, I can hear you at least.
Is that way better?
Well, the video's still choppy now.
Okay, we're gonna go somewhere.
Yeah, everybody just hang in.
5,596 person recruits. Oh, this is inaccurate. I'm past this now.
We'll get you covered. Hold on. Just find it. Pull in next to a Starbucks or something.
Exactly. Yes, we're on our way.
All right.
We're on the. Hold tight, y'all. Stand up, stretch, move your body around. It's a good nice little break for you. Breaks are good. Just don't quit.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. All right. I think the connection's a little better. No,
we're gonna
still
stop.
choppy.
We haven't stopped yet, but we're gonna stop. Give me 2 seconds. 2 seconds.
All right, we got you.
This is my favorite thing to do. Teach.
This is a lesson in adversity, being resourceful and disciplining your frustrations. So if you're frustrated about our lack of connection, just be happy that somebody who's making over $1 million a month is willing to train you some of the secrets that she's learned in order to be a better recruiter and a better builder. And that's right. I said over $1 million a month. That's pretty powerful.
That's pretty crazy.
So, it's crazy, but just the beginning.
You're right. Okay. So we should be good, right? Okay,
all right. We got a good connection now. So
okay,
go ahead and hit it. So we got the first 2 L's. Recap the first 2 L's, please.
So learn is the first L. And I'm gonna say this very, very slow. You can never stop learning yourself and learning this business. Like there's no such thing as, I have arrived. Like you've never arrived. You're constantly learning. You're constantly learning yourself. You change from experience to experience. You may have been one person last month, last week, you have one experience and you become somebody totally different. So be okay with, constantly relearning yourself and learning this business. And one of the things that people say in our industry, like you got to stay plugged into your upline. That's not true. I'm sorry. I'm not plugging into my upline and my upline is losing. I ended up, Eric, out earning my upline. So what if I would have moved at the pace of my upline? That would have been a problem. So right now, today, many of my mentors, because I kept growing when they stopped learning, I supersede some of the incomes of my own mentors. And that's a big deal right there. We'll talk about that at another day. So lead is everything. Many people are afraid to take the lead because leadership comes with responsibility. But I want you to know that when you know your business and you're in a business that is adding value and solving problems, like you should be excited about that. If you're in a business that your product or your service does not add value or does not solve a problem, that could be possibly why you can't lead. But one thing I learned, this is my own experience. This is not something I read in a book. The product or service has to be a part of who you are, right? Like you have to sincerely, genuinely love your product or service. It cannot be about you just making money. I'm sorry to tell you right now, like you're never gonna build a dynamic business if you're only focusing on income. You have to focus on impact and income. It has to be both. And so if you're not head over heels about your business or your product or your service, maybe you should challenge yourself to, really getting really knowledgeable, experimenting with your product or experimenting with your service. One thing that I find is that when people get comfortable or fake comfortable, because some people are not really comfortable, they just decided to give up because, the challenge of change is challenging. And so they just coexist in unhappiness. That's a whole nother subject for another day. But when you really realize that you have been, like in a place of feeling stuck and like not really moving, like challenge yourself, challenge yourself to really get back, tap in. Like I gained like 8 pounds because I had surgery and I couldn't really move. And then I just was being greedy. I just was eating all kind of stuff. And I realized that it just wasn't a good example. How am I the leader? How do I expect people to respect me and want to buy my product or my service? Or if I, call myself a leader, but I'm, overweight. And I know that I am. And so I challenged myself. And, what I did was so amazing. And I encourage you guys to do this too. Like as a business owner, you should be willing to invest at least 15% back in your business. And this is a philosophy I learned a long time ago. Like if you're not investing 15% back in your business, and that could be from personal development courses, like that can be from workshops, seminars, that could be attending GoPros, that could be buying some books, that can be photo shoots, that can be, incentives for your team. Like right now, my team is doing, we're starting to become like, we're rebranding right now, okay? And I believe that you got 3 types of people in the world. People that watch things happen, people that make things happen, and people that don't know what the hell happened, right? And so I'm the type of girl that I make things happen. And so we're reinventing ourselves as a company, okay? And what we're focusing on now is becoming the face of the 15-day transformation. Like you really can use our products and walk. It's a system. I'm not going to go too deep in it, but you can really transform in 15 days. So what I would do if I was you is, put some money up there, put some money on a challenge. And again, depending on what type of product or service you have, like, don't be afraid to get creative and don't be afraid to say, okay, here's a $500 challenge or a $5,000 challenge. Like our challenge is $10,000, but you don't have to put that much money up, but really don't be afraid to take the leadership and make things happen in your company and do challenges and challenge yourself. And remember, if you're feeling low and stuck and not excited about your business, remember our profession is energy. It really is. And we all are energy. And if you're not excited, chances are nobody's excited. Okay. So you got to make yourself excited all the time and, set yourself on fire and let the people come around and watch you burn. If you're not exciting to the people, or you're not interesting to people, nobody's going to be interested in you. So lead in that capacity. I don't know if it was Zig Ziglar, Jim Rohn, one of them people, they say, if you think you're leading and no one's following, it's going to walk, which means your leadership skills should show in your business because people should be following what you are doing. And I would tell you, we're out of the era of do what I say. Like nobody wants to feel like you're a dictator. You telling them what to do. You telling them what to do. Like I am a leader that does it with you. And I do it first. And I do it to the point where either you're going to sink or swim, fight or flight. And it works for me. So Lead, 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 lead. The third L is love. This is big. You know, this is something that I've been talking about since last year with my team. I told my leaders, like, and I just knew it. I said in 2022, you're going to have to lead with compassion, love, and humility. And why do I say that? You know, first of all, love is the answer to everything in life. And as a leader, like, you have to know how to love your team. You have to know what does your team require. You got to know what is the teams and your leaders and your business partners' love language. That's another subject we don't talk about. But like, there's a book called The Five Love Languages. I don't make no money off that book. But I'm telling you right now, if you read that book, it's going to help you not to just learn how to love a partner, a sexual partner. It'll help you to learn how to be a better parent to your kids, how to be a better businesswoman, a businessman. Because again, you know, a lot of people are going through a lot of stuff at home. There's a lot of like uncertainty in the air right now. People are trying to figure out how to exist in this new world. They don't know. You know, a lot of people are older. Like, you know, I'm lucky to have young people around me, but I'm 41, you know, so there's a lot of things about social media that I wasn't aware of, but I have to stay evolving and learning. And so when you think about just like when I say love, like you have to know how to really tap into your people. And you got to know that everybody needs to be loved differently. And with everything going on at home, if people don't feel good at home, you know, they're not going to build this business. And so I tell you right now, one of my mantras is if you build the people will build the business. I focus on building people. I don't build the business. The business is already built. We already have our products. We already have our services. We already ship product. Think about it. Your company is already built. Your company doesn't need you to establish the infrastructure. Your company needs you to establish business partners that's optimistic and excited and the energy that the company needs. And if they're unhappy at home and they're unhappy with their man or unhappy with their woman or unhappy with their body or unhappy just period, they're not going to build the business. So find new, unique, exciting ways to show your team that you know you care. And that's why it starts with you. You know, working out every day is a big thing for me. Meditating, I meditate every single day, like every day. And I do that with my team. And I create a voluntary army. Like, I don't force my leadership style on you. I used to do that. I used to be mad if you don't do what I do. And, you know, now it's free. You do whatever you want to do. So love is unconditional. Love is patient. Love is kind. Some people need you to love them and leave them alone for a little bit. You don't know what's going on in somebody's house. So some people need you to love them and check on them. Some people need you to love them and, you know, tell them, hey, I don't think you should build a business right now. I think you should focus on getting yourself together. Like, that's the different type of leadership. When you get to the place where you're not afraid because you have so many customers, you're not afraid to tell your business partners, you know, hey, take a break. I've had to tell several of my business partners, hey, listen, you know what? You seem to be very stressed and I can see it. You know, you're trying to build and nothing is working because money is energy. And so when you have negative energy, you know, it scares the money away. So you're better off just taking a break and loving on yourself and coming back when you're stronger. And the fourth L is leverage. Okay. Why is leverage so important? Leverage is important because we are a business that we build on stories. Like, this is my newest revelation, Eric, that really got me like just excited. Like, we are professional storytellers. We are professional storytellers. We transform lives. Your product or your service, whatever you're selling, there's no way your company will be in existence if your company wasn't capable of transforming and making somebody's life better. That's what a service does. That's what a product does. It does something for you that you like and you buy it. And then you buy it again and you buy it again. And hopefully your company is consumable or something that's reoccurring that they keep buying because they like it. Okay. So what you got to start doing, this is probably one of the biggest ones. You got to figure out how to get to know people in your business. And this for me, Eric, was one of the hardest things for me because one of the things I love about this business is the people. And one of the things I hate about this business is the people. The people will love you with the same mouth they curse you with. One week they love you and they sing in your praises. Next week the volume goes down and they hate you and you ain't all of that. But guys, listen, keep building new stories. You know, I keep reinventing myself. Like, I'm always like never gonna see me the same. I'm always elevating and I'm always looking for other people to elevate. I'm always looking to work with new people
Stormy froze with people. Stormy, you there? Hello, hello? Stormy, Stormy. I know it's frozen. Yeah, throw me up.
I don't know what happened. I'm back.
Oh, there you are. There you are. There you are. There you are.
That's weird.
So
I got bars. Can you hear me?
Yeah, just go ahead and do it. We can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, so I don't know what happened. So this is really big. Like, we have to learn how to gather stories to leverage. Like, we are a very leverage-based business, and everything is about the story. So you should be constantly looking for new people to tell new stories. And don't be afraid, like, keep recruiting. Like, literally recruit with the mindset that I'm recruiting your replacement. And this is one of my secrets I don't talk about, but it's the truth. Like, you're never gonna catch me with one leg of business. You're never gonna catch me depressed because somebody quit and I was hanging on by one leg. No, you need to have multiple legs. Like, if you have 2 legs of business, I'm sorry for you. You need to have so many legs of business that you should be thinking to yourself, I'm always recruiting your replacement. And I love my team differently, but my team knows that I'm never comfortable. You could think you special. Yes, you special, but I'm always recruiting. I'm always working. I'm always networking. I'm always passing out, giving away products. I'm always identifying a new story. And that's a big part of what we do. You create a story to leverage it. You identify who has what it takes. You identify who's hungry. You give them assignments. I got that from GoPro. Thank you, Eric. You identify who's ready, and you give them assignments. And based upon their
Stormy, you muted yourself somehow.
yes, sorry. So yes, once you identify
Right.
a person, like, your goal is to see how quick you could create a new story out of them. You know, always giving out assignments, always giving out challenges, because remember that, you know, we live in a society where people really are used to being told what to do. People have jobs in corporate America. They got to be there at a certain time. They get off at a certain time. Lunch and dinners at a certain time. And here it is, they're in network marketing. Now they want to just do whatever. No, they need to be told what to do. So constantly give assignments, constantly have new challenges, constantly be thinking about reinventing, constantly growing, leaning, learning, leading, love, and leveraging. And the last thing I would say is this: never get to a place where you feel like it's over. Like, it's never over. It's over when it's over. When you die, it's over. You can always figure out what's missing. Pay attention to the energy in your business. And if something is missing, you know, like, don't complain about it. Like, why complain about something is missing? Because that means that you're expecting somebody else to be the solution. No, Eric, what I do is, when something is missing, I don't call corporate. I'm like, that's not their job. Their job is to manufacture products, ship them, and pay me my money. Their job is to, let me repeat that. My company's job is to manufacture products, ship them to my customers, and cut me my paycheck. It is not their job to really, in my mind, to do recognition. It's not their job to do anything beside that. And I think that's one of the reasons why I've become the woman I am today, as the #1 income earner in this industry for health and wellness, 7 figures a month from nothing, you know, is because I don't think nobody owes me nothing. I move from a place of appreciation versus expectation. And that reality has, you know, helped me to manage my emotions. A lot of people get emotional. They quit when they're mad with their upline. They stop working. Like, that's the craziest thing to me. You're so mad with your upline. You're not working, and now your check is down. So who did you prove a point to? You know, you're mad with your company because they didn't do something, and now you start working. Like, no, listen, in closing, recruit, recruit, recruit until you get the best fruit. Become the person you need to become. Keep growing, because you are attracting who you are. That's another one. If you don't like your team, you attracted them. That's your team is little remnants of you. So everything about your team is you. And if you don't like your team, then grow and change your team. So, Eric, I hope you heard me. Thank you. Recruit, recruit, recruit. Listen, y'all, I want you to know what I did. Listen to me now. I did something very special because Eric put pressure on me. I want you to know, Eric, you put pressure on me. I've never had an ebook. So because of you, I turned my 21 irrefutable laws of recruitment, and I am the #1 income earner in health and wellness and the #1 recruiter. Because of you, I turned that book into an ebook. It is crazy. I'm telling y'all right now, Eric, I was not going to let you down. I was not going to be the only person to not have a way and add value. No way. But listen to me, guys. I put my #1 best-selling recruitment book into an ebook. If you follow every single law for 21 days, I promise you, your business will change. And we all owe that to Mr. Eric Worre, because I was not about to be embarrassed.
Well, let me ask everybody, how many of you would like to have Stormy's ebook on the 21 laws of recruiting? How many people would like to have that? Put a 21 into the comments. 21. Let me see how many 21s we can get into the comments. All right. Well, there's a way for you to get it, but you have to get a ticket to GoPro. Let me quickly tell you, I'm going to give you one big assignment. Keep Stormy up for a second. I'm going to give you one big assignment, the biggest assignment of the week, okay? And when I'm done with that, I'm going to train you quickly on how to overcome objections, and then we're going to wrap this up, okay? So you can get a GoPro ticket, which is worth $500. It's December 3rd through the 5th. Biggest event in network marketing history. 63,000 people are attending this event. Stormy's team alone has, I don't know, between 5,000 and 10,000 people going to be attending this event just from her team. So she's taking it very, very seriously. You can get that ticket for $197. You get 9 of my best-selling courses, 25 hours of my best training for free, $3,200. You get that free if you buy a ticket. You also, $3,700 worth of stuff. You get Fraser Brooks's Instagram Stories course, $100 course. You get that. That's a $3,800 worth of stuff. You get a 4-week coaching program that starts tomorrow, only for ticket holders, a 4-week coaching program to prepare you for GoPro. It's going to be amazing. I've got some special surprises there. That's $1,000 value. And we also have Jesse Lee Ward's scripts, the keyboard shortcuts and scripts. That's $100 value. And then we have Stormy's, the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Recruitment. Apply them and people will follow. That ebook, that's worth way more than $100 for people in network marketing, that's for sure. But $5,000 worth of stuff for $197. So here is your assignment. GoPro2021.com. Your assignment is this. If you already have a ticket, don't rest until you get at least one more person in your company or in your team to get a ticket and go with you. Okay, if you already have your ticket, one person to go with you. Okay, if you don't have your ticket, I don't know what you're thinking about. GoPro2021.com, get your ticket. It's a crazy value. You're never going to see this again. All these bonuses go away at the end of this challenge. They're gone. They go away. Okay, so if you want these bonuses, you want Stormy's ebook for free, you want all that other stuff for free, either number one, make sure you bring a friend if you already have a ticket, or get yourself a ticket. All right. Stormy, you're awesome. You're amazing. Love you. And I can't wait to see you at GoPro when you rock the house. And we also have Natalie and Anna that are also going to be crushing it. And you've got
Bianca and Tammy and LaQuelle. Yep. We are not playing, okay?
You got all the new $1 million earners that are going to be getting their $1 million Hall of Fame recognition there. Can't wait to be able to share all that with you. So everybody, throw a number 21 into the comments if you got value from Stormy, even if we had some technology challenges. 21s are blowing things up. It's amazing. Stormy, thank you very much. Big hugs and kisses. Mwah. All right. All right, so let me teach you a very easy process for overcoming any objection. You only get a couple different kinds of objections, and then we'll go backstage with the VIPs, okay? I'm going to use the whiteboard and show you some things. This is a 4-step process. Objections used to terrify me. They used to freak me out, and then I learned this 4-step process, okay? So as I'm going through these 4 steps, maybe put them into the chat, the 4 steps. Step number 1 is to listen. Don't listen for your opportunity to talk. Listen to really understand. If they say they don't have the time, try to understand what that really means, because most of the time it's not about the time. If they say they don't have the money, find out what that really means. Sometimes it's you haven't shown enough to justify the money. Listen, maybe they're stressed out. Maybe they're overwhelmed. But listen to try to understand. People can tell if you're trying to understand versus just waiting for their chance to talk. That's number one. Number two, relate. Whenever possible, relate. Oh my gosh, you're just like me. When I first looked at this, I didn't think I had the time either. I was stressed out. I had all this stuff going on, and I just couldn't see this working. Or when I first took a look at this, I didn't think I had the money to get started. I was stressed out, and doing something extra was freaky. I didn't think I was a salesperson either. I didn't know if I could do this entrepreneurship either. I didn't know if I liked network marketing either. You understand? So the purpose of this is to build rapport, listen and relate. Yeah, I'm the same. We're the same, you and me. I had the same thoughts. Okay? Now, sometimes you can't relate. Person says, I just can't see myself doing it because I'm pregnant. If you're a guy, you can't say, oh my gosh, just like me. You can say, you can relate as cautiously and carefully as possible by saying, wow, that must be amazing. What the process of having a child, going through that process has to be just unbelievable. I could never really understand what that's all about, but I do know that there's a lot of people on the team that when they first looked at it, they were in the same situation as you're in. Okay? So find a way to relate through somebody else's story. All right? Third thing you need to do is tell a story, yours or others. If you could tell your story, tell it. If you could tell somebody else's story, tell that story. So I'll give you an example. Somebody says, I just don't think I have the time. Okay? And I'm gonna try and understand what when you say you don't have the time, you're just overwhelmed at work, you got stuff going on at home. What do you mean by you don't have any time? And get some answers and really try to understand. And then I could say, you and me, we're just the same. When I first took a look at this business, I didn't think I had the time either. I mean, I had work, I had the family, I had to try and take care of my personal life. I was frazzled, I was pushed to the limits, and I just could not see how I could add something else into my life. Okay? So relate. But, story. I realized for me that if I didn't have time now, if something didn't change, I was never going to have time. I was never going to have freedom. It was just going to be the same or maybe even worse. And I realized for myself, for things to change, maybe I have to change. Maybe I have to look at some areas of my life where I could free up some time. Maybe I needed to reevaluate my path, and I did. And it was the best decision I ever made. I found that I could build this business in 15-minute chunks. I found that I could start to build a plan B in 10 hours a week. And I realized that I could make that happen in my life. I could restructure some things. And you know what I was doing in those 10 hours? I wasn't adding to the stress. I had a plan. I had a plan to be able to buy my time back 6 months from now, a year from now, 2 years from now, to be able to have the freedom that I don't have now. Or if somebody says I don't have the money, I didn't think I had the money either. I was overextended. I was stressed out, and investing in something else was a little scary. But I realized that if I didn't have $500 or $300 or $1,000, whatever it is, whatever I was doing is not working. I needed to do something different. So I would tell my story. Now, if somebody says, I can't do this because I'm a doctor, you can't tell a doctor story if you're not a doctor. But you can relate to them and say, you know, there's a lot of other doctors that are involved in our business, and they found a way to be able to create an additional income stream, additional cash flow on top of their medical practice. And let me tell you about a couple of them. You can tell a couple stories, doctor stories inside of your team. This is why you need to collect stories, you know, doctor stories and homemaker stories and student stories and retired people stories and corporate executive stories and everything else. Listen, relate, tell stories, and then ask the big question, if I would you? If I would you? So you can use this and I'll give you an example. So I listen, they say they don't have the time. I relate to them. I didn't think I had the time either. But I realized that for things to change, I had to change. And I found a way to be able to make this work in a busy life. So if I could show you how to make this work in your busy life, would you be willing to take the next step? If I could show you how to do this, even though you don't think you can afford it right now, would you be willing to explore that? If I could show you how to do this, even if you don't think that you're a salesperson, could I show you how other people have experienced the same results that you're looking to experience, not thinking that they're a salesperson either? This 4 little steps is magical for you. Magical. Yeah, I know my Vikings lost in overtime. They suck. But whatever. You guys are more important than my stupid Vikings. Don't know how to win. Doggone it. Anyway, but congratulations to the Ravens. You beat a bad team. Whoop-de-doo. Just teasing. All right, so that is... Have we over-delivered in these 7 days? Who's been with me all 7 days? Put a 7 into the comments. Who's been with me all 7 days? Have we over-delivered? Have we given you value? It is nothing in comparison to what you're going to get at GoPro, December 3rd, 4th, and 5th.